So the other day I got the question, what is the most important quality of a business owner or an entrepreneur? And I answered, learning everything there is to know about a subject, learning it better than anyone else so that you can teach that and coach in that. But afterwards I thought to myself, that maybe works for me. That is the most important skill for me, or how I work. But I think that this can really work differently for different people. For example, maybe someone has an enormously attractive energy that attracts other people and make them feel really good. Well, then they should build their business around that. Maybe someone is amazing working with other people, putting together teams, for example, and leading teams. Well, maybe then they should build their business around that, hiring other people, building teams and leading those teams. So there are many different ways how we can use our skills and our personality to build a business, and not just one way as I originally thought. But when we have this skill from the beginning, or primary skill or primary quality, we also need to build other skills and other qualities around that will be enormously important for us as a business owner. One quality that is amazingly important is grit. Churchill, he said, never give up. And that is something that we really need to use as a business owner. You know, when the first economic winter comes and clients start spending less money, we need to have the long-term vision in place so that we don't give up. We have a plan for how to get through that and come out on the other side. You know, we need to learn sales. That's an enormously important quality we need to learn. And we can learn that by working in sales for another company before we start our own company, for example. For me, that was enormously valuable. Marketing is another skill that we need to learn. That is a skill that most small business owners lack competence in. And that is really a way how we can scale up the business. Learning about marketing and investing in marketing. That is a way how we can acquire customers, how we can get customers on demand and grow the business. That is a really important area to learn. Handling cash flow, an enormously important quality, because there will be times where we get a lot of money into the company, where we earn a lot, and there will be times where we earn less. So learning how to handle cash flow, how to make sure that we're net positive in our cash flow, that we have more money coming in than going out, is very important to learn. That is something that we can practice already before starting a business, while having a salary, to make sure that we always earn more than we spend. When we have been running a business for a while, the question of capital allocation becomes very important. What do we do with the excess cash that comes in? How can we spend that to get maximum return for that? Do we buy parts of other businesses, stocks, for example, or do we spend that in marketing, which will increase our revenue already the next month? Or what do we do with that excess capital? You know, many businesses, as soon as they had made some money, they take all that out, pay about 50% tax, and they buy a sports car or some luxury item. And that is the worst way of capital allocation, because they want to prove to everyone else how well they've done. Instead of doing that, how can you put this money to work and get a return on that? Another enormously important quality for a business owner is adaptability. Because in evolution, it's the most adaptable species that survive. It's not the strongest, it's not the ones with the most endurance, it's the most adaptable, that can adapt to changing environments. So that is something that we need to learn as a business owner. Because in a market boom, capital will be flowing, it will be really easy to get new customers will spend lots with you. But when there is an economic winter, when there's a downturn in the economy, then fewer will spend money, will make less. So then, and they will spend money in different ways. They will maybe buy less expensive products. So then we need to learn how to adapt and how to keep our valuable customers, but also maybe we need to change things. Maybe we need to change entirely what we do in our company, so to make the company survive. So adaptability is an enormously important quality to learn. So this would be a more complete answer to this question, because it's not just one personality that works for running a business. Many different personalities can do that, but we also need to then learn new skills and new qualities in ourselves to be able to work really efficiently as a business owner. Hope you got some new ideas today. Thank you for watching and see you next week.